Headquartered in Malaysia with U.S. technology. We have been expanding to over 10 global markets and will expand for more. We keep on learning, emphasizing on self-improvement, and yet never stop to innovate and evolve. Let's begin with the new era. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. EXN's new logo, the lubricant expert. Endurance and Neoteric. A combination of shield and falcon to protect your car engine at the fastest speed. EXN, the lubricant expert.
So, siapa yang belum subscribe Galeri Kereta, boleh klik button kat bawah, subscribe. Dan kita jumpa lagi di next episode untuk kita apa lagi proses untuk KA30 ni. Okay, see you. Bye-bye. Assalamualaikum.
And now, as the qualification sessions have wrapped up, it is all systems go here at the EXN X50 Series. I'm your host now, Max Palmer. With me is Encik Budi. Pada malam ni kita dah habiskan. We have finalized the top 20 drivers for the EXN X50 Series, and we've got a massive season up ahead. This is the pre-season show coming at you live right now, thanks to EXN. This boleh kirakan series ni agak interesting sebab kita ada banyak sangat benda yang baru, track yang baru, dan kita juga ada kereta yang baru, X50.
Oh Max, kereta ni kita dah tunggu sekian lama Max And sekarang kita dapat X50. Hari kita ada buat invitational race. Lepas tu kita juga ada dah selesaikan dia punya qualifying punya round, yang mana 68 pelumba mencuba.
Itu dia, 68 pelumba dan semua pelumba-pelumba yang laju. Even newcomers pun agak laju juga.
Betul Max.
Yeah, so itu dia. There you have it. It is a fantastic race series coming at us. Right after this, we have a street circuit race. We also have a Formula 1 track, Formula 1 venue, a night race, and a 90-minute enduro race.
I am literally, untuk aku Max, aku tunggu yang night race.
Yeah.
X50 night race. Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And all very iconic venues as well. We'll be traveling the world and taking the Proton X50 around the world with us. But before we took the Proton X50 out onto the track, we did give it a full-blown touring car makeover. Wide arches, big wing on the back, and a lot of power from that turbocharged engine.
Betul Max, ini yang dikatakan X50 bergelar kuasa besar dunia sekarang.
Yeah. Mana tahu mungkin kita akan nampak cutting X50 macam ni dekat track nanti.
Itu next level Max. Itu next level. But this is really interesting actually.
Yeah, absolutely. A brilliant race coming right up. Of course, the racing going to be on every Sunday, so do keep the next 4 Sundays free for you there.
Letak siap-siap dalam schedule.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mark that date, bro.
Yeah. So, of course, a special thanks will go out before we head on down there. Special thanks goes on to our sponsors. EXN are the lubricant experts with their high-performance lubricant brands being well-liked and well-used in the world of motorsports here in Malaysia. GR Speed Suchimuchi Racing Team have been using them for a long time, and of course EXN recognizing that, they are now the partners of that racing team right now, and you can have a little bit of that special racing feel and racing technology to your car with the Plus Care package. So high-performance brake fluid, CVT flush,
Banyak
ATF.
tadi kita tengok dia punya line up untuk Care series tu.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see on our on both sides here, on both of us, the lineup is pretty big, and this is just the high performance motoring and motorsports
Performance
lineup
yang atas-atas tau ni. Ini bukan performance bawah-bawah punya. Tapi kalau kita bawa kereta biasa, kita masuk benda ni pun kereta kita jadi high performance tiba-tiba.
Yeah. So there you have it. EXN, our main sponsors. Thank you so much for supporting us through this series. And of course, we have as our co-sponsor Works Engineering. As soon as they found out that we've got the X50 in for a few modifications, they helped us out big time there. They have specific Proton X50 tuning parts, so do check out their website and all of the social medias there for Works Engineering. Well-loved brand here in Malaysia. Of course, the famous Works Engineering boost meter is so well known. I think almost all the drag guys use it here.
Ya, betul Max. Dia bukan nama-nama yang kecil sebenarnya Max.
Yeah, betul.
Dia nama yang dah lama pun dah sebenarnya.
Yeah. And I don't actually have the other hat, but putting on my other hat, there is working as a race team, we swear by Works Engineering fuel pressure regulators and fuel pressure gauges. So that's something that I think it's almost used universally here. So kepada kebanyakan kereta pelumba yang saya pernah buat, dan semua kereta yang saya pernah reka pun ada fuel pressure regulator Works Engineering.
Memang guna yang tu dia jadi macam orang kata normalize.
Yeah.
Dia orang kata apa, common use benda tu.
Yeah, dia jadi standard.
Standard.
Yeah, absolutely. So special thanks to EXN and to Works Engineering And of course, special thanks goes out to our media partners, Galeri Kereta, as well as DSF, Drive Safe and Fast. This event being organized by Adrenaline Impact and Vertex Esports. And we've got the shirts to match.
Yeah. Tak lupa juga kepada kita punya official gaming chair, kerusi gaming kita yang di belakang dibawakan khas untuk anda oleh Todak.
Yeah, the Todak Zordak seat.
Zuhud,
sorry.
Yeah, Zuhud, bukan Zodek, okay? Zuhud.
Zodek tu team kan? Zuhud, sorry.
Zuhud, yeah. But overall,
Memang puas.
Memang puasa.
Kita dah pakai dah beberapa bulan tadi.
Aku rasa more than 4 months.
Yeah, so we've been using these seats for 4 months, and honestly, it's not just us, but we've also got Encode, we've got Faiz, we've got a few other guys that have been using these seats.
Well, I'm big. Aku besar, babe. But I fit nicely into the seat.
Yeah. And I too also fit quite nicely in the seat. It's got fantastic lumbar support and brilliant, a really nice feel. It does feel like a premium seat, but this is actually the entry-level model, so a very, very good seat indeed there. So special thanks to them for being our gaming chair partner for the year 2022.
Okay. So, kita akan tengok track untuk perlumbaan pada malam ni, Max.
Yeah, so we have round 1 at Paris in France. This is a street circuit race. Round 2 in Kyalami, South Africa. And we also have round 3 there, the Hungaroring in Hungary, a famous Formula 1 venue as well. And of course, round 4 is going to be at Suzuka, Japan.
Oh, Max. Wow. Round 1 Paris. Paris is actually a virtual track, Max.
Yes, absolutely, but it is based on the real-life circuit layout. We'll see a little bit more from our good friend Roselle, who's done a lap for us. So he's already gone down. Dia dah fly bawah kat situ. Dia dah check track and make sure that everything's nice and safe for us to run the race. And we're going to be racing around in the streets of Paris, around the Arc de Triomphe, around the Eiffel Tower. Fantastic.
Street of Paris, guys. Okay, Streets of Paris. Ini bukannya France punya GP. No, this is Street of Paris.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, we have Kyalami now. So I was mildly mistaken. We will have a race in Africa for the first time here on Adrenaline Impact. So that is going to be an exciting racetrack to go to.
Yeah. I don't really like that track. I hate a lot of track actually.
I love it. I think you prefer the more simple, straightforward tracks.
Yeah.
And I think I'm slightly sadistic in that I like the really tricky tracks.
No, you just like tricky stuff. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. X50 and Kyalami. That's not a good match, bro.
Oh, it'll be fantastic.
Oh my god. Dia X50 dia bukannya kereta yang agile.
Yeah.
I don't think it's agile at all. Sebab aku pernah drive X50 ni before. So it's not that agile. Jadi Kyalami just susah juga ah.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a very difficult track for the drivers to get a hold of. But that is going to test the driver's ability. Kyalami has always been a track that favored rear-wheel drive cars. Front-wheel drive cars always at a little bit of a disadvantage there, but it's going to show off how well they can set their cars up, as well as how well they can manage their tires, because Kyalami is famously quite hard on the tires. But of course, we have the F1 track Hungaroring in Hungary. I think this is almost at the opposite end there. A track that is, how do you say, almost perfectly suited to the car.
Yeah. They're macam just good for this car. This is the perfect match.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant to drive the car around there. And we're going to see a lot of exciting racing there. Hungaroring might not be the most exciting Formula 1 venue, but in a touring car race, have you seen any TCR stuff?
It's going to be...
Yeah.
Like that. Don't worry.
Sentuh menyentuh.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of love kiss.
Yeah.
Chap. Yeah.
So there we go. Nick Muhammad Nasri, Power Woody, Power Max. Thank you.
Power Nick. Habis semua power.
Ya, power Sanji, power Iqbal, power Nick. Nick memang power.
Power Nick.
Yang paling power Nick.
Saja last kali kita ada round yang keempat yang berada di Suzuka, Japan. Satu track yang legendary. Cukup legendary track ni, Max.
Ya, betul.
Combination dengan
Power
X50. Combination dengan X50 dan juga Suzuka. It's gonna be good. Like
Absolutely.
good.
And it's going to be special because the final round of the season is going to be a 90-minute enduro. So all of these races before this, the drivers won't have to pit. But for the 90-minute enduro, anything past 40 minutes is going to be pit stop window for these cars. So it's going to be very interesting. Once they've learned all the abilities from this car, they will have to then try and think of strategy, techniques, pit stops, things like that, all coming to the fore. And of course, trying to nurse the car for that long, it's going to be very difficult in a touring car, in any TCR car. So that's going to be very, very interesting indeed. I think it's going to be an exciting race.
Aku suka dia punya combination, dia punya track, Max. First track, Paris, is quite straightforward. And then we have a very tricky track. It's quite hard, like I say earlier. Memang susah juga dekat Kialami tu. Lepas tu kita ada Hungaroring, also another a good perfect track. So dia ada combination between straight and then tricky and then a perfect one, and then last kali the endurance dekat Suzuka. It's a really good combination. Macam menaik punya graph, you know.
Macam stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4.
Betul.
So special thanks to all the organisers who have been putting together this track list. I think it's going to be one of the most exciting series we've ever had. So there you have, there you go. And of course, we've got the 20 drivers ready to go into the final 4 races there. Let's have a look at what they're going to win. Yes, there you have it. The first and second place prize, guys, will have a chance at testing a real-life race car. And it'll be a full test with full engineering support, driving the Neves 7 car that's been racing in the Asian Classic Car Challenge. So this is going to be the big leagues there. A car that's quite capable of going under 2 minutes and 30 seconds around Sepang.
2 minutes and 30 seconds?
Under.
With this car?
Yeah.
It's so fast, Max.
Yeah.
Isn't that too fast?
Well,
with this kind of car?
Well, you would think so, but funnily enough, 7 type cars have been used all around the world as an entry point into motorsports. This particular car has been used by a 53-year-old businessman to make his first start in a race, and also a 14-year-old girl who wanted to get into racing in order to be the youngest license holder in Malaysia. And she managed to do it, and she managed to do quite well in that car as well. So it's a relatively easy car to drive. I think the speed really comes from the fact that it is a very lightweight car. This car is categorized under the regulations as a super light. So it comes under the SL class of cars in the Asian Classic Car Challenge. It weighs around about 550 kilos. So it's around the weight of a single-seater car.
Ui, itu lagi ringan daripada kancil, babe.
Yep. And it's got 160 horsepower as well.
And it's the horsepower lagi banyak daripada kancil.
Yep.
Okay, so untuk pemenang di tempat yang pertama dan juga kedua ada berpeluang untuk memenangi experience, pengalaman untuk memandu kereta ni sendiri di track Sepang sebagai test drive.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Not only will they get the test drive session and all of the engineering backup as well, but they will also get a report on their drive at the end there, so that they can work on their driving skills should they would like to come back to the track. So it's going to be absolutely a once in a lifetime experience, and perhaps even a foot in the door for some of these drivers.
Dude, dalam Malaysia nak jumpa open wheel susah. And then dah dapat open wheel, dapat bawa kat Sepang lagi.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, where else are you going to go?
Oh my god.
You gotta. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this well. So
this is unfair. I want to enter now.
That's why we made sure that he agreed to be a commentator first before we announced the prize.
God.
Otherwise, we knew he wasn't going to come. So there you have it. A special thanks to Interformula for providing the prizes there. And of course, in 3rd, 4th and 5th places are Works Engineering vouchers there. So a very special thanks to Works Engineering for that prize. So prizes all the way down to 5th position there, and quite high value prizes. at the same time. But of course, I mean, there's not a lot of monetary value you can put on getting to drive a real-life race car around Sepang.
Mana nak cari kereta tu Max? And then this is once in a lifetime experience.
Tapi laku dia.
Yalah, itu kereta memang kau yang manage that car. Kau mana nak cari peluang untuk dapat bawa kereta macam tu? I mean like unless you sewa lah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But then it's not cheap, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So, in any case, we have been involved with a rather special guest over the course. Well, quite a few special guests over the course of these few weeks racing and with previous series and all that. But we actually got a hold of Spatanker.
Adam Spatanker telah pun datang sebenarnya untuk event yang lain semalam. Dan dia dapat buat timing dekat kita punya rig untuk test.
So adakah Spatanker masuk ke dalam sim racing?
Mungkin. Jeng.
So there you go, our special surprise guest there, Spatanker, who was here yesterday, trying his hand at sim racing. Let's have a look and see how he went on.
Hey, hi Budi, hi Max. So kita ada guest terkejut untuk EXN X50 Series yang akan datang ni. So guest terkejut ni dia cakap lah, dia minat sim racing, dia pernah try. So sila perkenalkan diri anda. Guest terkejut.
Hai semua orang, saya Adam ataupun dikenali sebagai Spatanker. Saya live stream, saya shoutcast juga. Tapi sometimes off stream saya akan main game sim racing. I wouldn't call it sim racing sangat sebab the games that I play orang akan kata macam arcade sikit, macam F1 ataupun macam Sport GT. Tapi ni kira first time lah saya tengok Assetto Corsa ni.
So memang first time pegang Assetto Corsa ni?
First time.
So macam korang tahu, Assetto Corsa ni kita ada banyak mods. So kadang-kadang kita tengok macam hari tu kita ada kereta Saga, kita ada kereta Wira, and now kita ada X50 full punya tournament. So kita nak bawa jalan-jalan sikit, tengok. Tadi ada jenguk-jenguk sikit, ada tengok
apa tu?
Tak, dia tadi dia hitam, terkejut je. So tadi kita dah dapat jenguk sikit, kita dah tengok Adam bawa. Nampak walaupun dia main game-game yang sebelum ni, tapi dia dah ajar the basics. Racing line, how to brake, what to do. Tak apa, kita try pusing-pusing sikit. So we are at Okuyama, tempat yang kita qualify hari tu. So jom kita jalan-jalan sikit. So kita ni dalam hot lap punya configuration. Kita tengok Adam boleh commentate tak? Ataupun boleh borak-borak tak while driving ni?
Tak boleh. Ni dengar kau sembang pun dah lupa braking line ni. Braking point. Actually Assetto Corsa macam best juga mainnya. Sebab I can feel that it's much more lebih rapat dengan real life punya mechanics. Dia punya fizik dia.
So it's an old game yang dah lama, but for beginners or grassroots racing memang banyak, you can meet a lot of friends, you can join a lot of events and tournaments.
So dekat Malaysia ni taklah sebesar dekat luar sana lagi kan, not yet kan.
But there's a lot of sim racers. Dah makin lama memang makin banyak sim racers, especially yang muda-muda ni. So semua knowledge sharing sama-sama.
Actually, I appreciate the fact that you guys, Vertex Esports, actually spearhead jugalah to make events like this. Walaupun maybe awal-awal dulu hampa start mesti sambutan tak banyak dan sebagainya, tapi I'm sure at some point makin ramai lah orang, makin lama makin ramai orang lekat dengan motor esports ni. Betul. Motor sports kan motor esports lah?
Some people call it virtual racing, e-motorsport, e-sport racing. Maybe depends on the genre of game you're playing. Okay, so kita dah terkeluar sekali. Tak apa, kita try. So walaupun dia masih baru lagi, but dia still boleh borak-borak dengan kita and keep a decent good line.
Sebab tu drive the road.
Okay. So trying on the first hot lap.
Teruk ya.
Tak apa, dia slow and steady je. Even if you go at a slow pace. Sebab when you practice pun, dia kena build up that speed tau. As long as you get the track down, the racing line, brake here. Second gear, easy on the throttle. So ni awal sikit je brake. Easy on the throttle, once dah confident.
Makan curb. Awal sangat upshift.
Brake, hard braking maybe a bit late there.
Ya.
Okay, masih mampu diselamatkan.
Makan balik. Ya Allah. Okay, almost.
So walaupun series kita ni dia grassroots racing, tapi you can say that top 10 tu diorang ni kita panggil alien. Yang mana laju-laju ni kita panggil alien. So diorang ni fighting for the top. And nak tahu tak prize, grand prize kita untuk kali ni is a track session punya experience macam nak join team betul.
Dekat Sepang.
That's the grand prize untuk series
Bila?
X50 ni. So dia ada 4 race. Nanti kita akan bagi tahu track dia. Max dengan Budi maybe akan explain apa track untuk ni. So the one that gets the most points out of the whole season akan dapat that experience.
Wow, insyaAllah. Aku tak aku try join.
Tak apa, InsyaAllah nanti akan ada lagi. Maybe Adam boleh practice lagi. Ada masa boleh try join.
Maksudnya akan.
Okay, slow dah. Lap dah okay ni.
Tak. Tadi dia terkeluar pasir tadi. Okay, this is a serious one.
Okay.
Ya.
So, kita bagi ruang sekejap. Nanti kita sambung balik. Dia. Okay. Relax je. Kita on. Terus je. Kami tap sikit je. Lepas break slow-slow.
Situ gear 3 tadi
boleh.
kan? Left turn tadi.
3-4 boleh. Kereta ni low RPM, okay break. Low RPM boleh stay boleh ni lagi.
Dah rasa macam ski roko sikit.
You can say sebab dia macam platform dia heavy sikit.
Ya.
So X50 ni iras the base dia more to like a TCR kind of car in terms of handling. Macam one of our better drivers hari tu orang explain yang kita kena kalau nak laju kita kena macam like on your tippy toes lah bila bawa kita.
Betul. I can understand what he's saying. Kenapa tu?
Tadi tu your right rear tire terkena rumput. Tapi tadi might have been one of your fastest lap lah. If you got to put it all together.
Unfortunately.
Macam mana? Nak try lagi satu?
Boleh.
Okay.
I never give up.
Usually when putting together a lap tu just play it safe, tak payah take any risk sebab kita dah ada that initial idea of the line kan. Ni boleh third gear, take throttle slowly. Ni pun sama. Okay, brake sikit. So kereta ni dia suka understeer kalau pasal tu. Kalau macam you brake too late tu dia macam suka bawa aku nak pergi mana ni.
Betul. I can see that. I need to stop braking time corner. I need to stop that lah. Banyak kali understeer. Tapi aku so okay ni. Decent time.
Okay, before the 100 brake.
Wow.
Yeah. Slow sikit. Throttle. Throttle.
Dia kena rumput tadi.
Brake. Second.
Second. Betul.
Ni pun second or first, depend. Okay, sharp turn. Throttle. Ni yang lift tu. Okay, lift sikit. Throttle. Okay, ready to brake. Second gear. Lagi sikit brake. Sebab dia tight sikit.
Allah,
Okay,
boleh.
okay.
Throttle awal sikit tadi. 38. Okay, that's my best time hari ni. Yeah. Okay.
Ya, so apa yang kita dapat tengok ni, walaupun Adam masih baru lagi, tapi dia dah ada that basic dah. He knows dia punya racing line, dia dah tahu macam mana nak place kereta dia. Just have to get a little bit better, more understanding lah kan.
Betul.
So apa feedback about Assetto Corsa ni compare to other games yang Adam dah try?
Rasanya sebenarnya nak kata more punishing tak sangat, bukan more punishing, tapi lebih kepada it's a different feel of the car, different feel of the road juga, and I think I need more time untuk learn what's the feedback that the steering is giving me bila tengah lose traction ke, atau bila tengah oversteer ke, understeer ke. But now I'm the more I play, the more I get used to it kan. So yeah, I think I need more time. Tapi I think I enjoy juga.
Okay. Yalah, so diorang ni panggil sit time. So you nak kena sit time, nak kena practice, whatnot. Okay. Alright, so tamatlah sesi Guess Terkejut kita hari ni. So terima kasih banyak-banyak dekat Adam. So dia try kita orang punya setup ni kat sini. So okay overall experience okay.
Okay, sure.
Alright. So hopefully satu hari nanti kita dapat invite lagi ke untuk try lagi, maybe try something different ke, and make sure tengoklah apa gelagat-gelagat diorang ni, tak tahulah, usually first few weeks ni ganas sikit diorang ni. So hope to see you on the track. Alright, so back to you Max and Budi. See you guys.
And there you have it. That was Spartanka having a test drive of the Proton X50. Special thanks to our pit lane reporter, director and all-round good egg Umar Aziz for your help there in getting him up to speed. Actually sebenarnya dia boleh drive juga ya.
Aku rasa dia pernah bawa sebelum ni. Tipu lah.
Tak, tapi dia ada lah.
Dia drive really good
tapi dia ada juga experience GT Sport sikit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, in his free time he had a little bit of play around with that. Who knows, maybe we can bring him, kita boleh racun dia sikit.
Ui, racun tu penting, Max.
Yeah.
I love to do that.
Racun dengan cara betul. Kita racun benda yang wholesome.
Benda bermanfaat tau. Kira kalau dia join kalau dia menang tadi, macam kata lah, menang nombor 1. Dapat bawa kereta kat Sepang apa? Okay lah.
Absolutely. You'll go through the exact same process if you win this event as you would if you were joining the race team. So
that was a good experience.
Absolutely. It's fantastic. I mean, talking to the team, bringing the sim racing guys into the real world and bringing that connection between real life motorsports and sim racing motorsports has been super, super awesome indeed. Of course, we have our qualifiers now that have in fact finished the event there, and we can reveal, I believe, that Ayman Haziq is in fact our fastest qualifier for this event. They were qualifying, as you saw there, around the wonderful Okayama circuit. And of course, I think this is the 4th time I've said this in as many series, but Okayama, of course, the next F1 venue.
Yeah, Okayama. Again, Okayama. Itu pendek, Max, Okayama.
Yeah, it was very short. It only ran for 2 years.
It's less than 4 kilometers, I think.
Yeah.
It's 3 something, right? Kilometers.
I think it's actually
almost 3.
I think it's 4, but just under 4.
Under 4, yeah.
Anyways, leave a comment down below if you know the exact
distance. Tak payah susah, kau Google nanti kau tahu.
tak ada hadiah pun. There's no prize.
The problem is kadang-kadang lupa.
Yes.
Dia punya exact number.
Yeah.
But we know that it's less than 4.
Weirdly enough, we always forget anyways. But yeah, not only do we have we know that Ayman Haziq has in fact qualified first, but he has in fact submitted a video of his onboard lap around the Okayama circuit. So let's have a look at Ayman Haziq there coming around the final corner there. It's super important here to get a good drive coming out of the final corner. These cars love to understeer at that final bend. It's a real test as how to control the car coming through there. Now across the line, the timer starts hard on the brakes there. As you turn in, he's already done a 2:39 as a warm-up lap, which is quite quick indeed. Coming around the first corner there, he's managed to hold 4th gear, tap on the brakes here just to get the car rotated into turn 2. A very fast opening sector here at Okayama. Then a flat-out series of left and right-hand corners here before coming into this braking zone here. You're turning and braking at the same time just as you come into that braking zone here before going down to 2nd gear in this multi-apex corner. It actually opens up on the exit. Very complex geometry for a corner on a racing circuit. Now onto the back straight underneath the EXN bridge there. This is one of the fastest parts of the track there. As you can see there, 236 kilometers an hour before he comes onto the brakes there and rifles the car down into first gear. And he's got a really sharp V-line formation. He's going directly to the apex, rotating the car and then getting it out. This complex middle sector really test the balance of the car, and you can see there Ayman Haziq just dancing the car around the corners there before coming down underneath the Vertex Esports bridge. Hard on the brakes there for this left-hander. It's super important not to get any wheel spin coming out of this corner here. And again, right-hand hairpin here coming up. It's uphill, very difficult to find traction here. Just have to feed the throttle on carefully. Now this absolutely fantastic, very, very fast fourth gear right-hander leads into a braking zone here, down into third gear. Again, you don't want to understeer too much coming up towards the exit. He uses all of the road and then some. Before coming back onto the racetrack there, across the line there, and in this particular lap, 132.843 for Ayman Haziq. 132.8.
132.8. Oh, wow. Berpeluh, Max.
Yeah, it's a pretty epic lap time, but it also gives us a chance to see. You can see why Ayman is so popular as a qualifying track, because there's so many different variations. You've got tight corners, you've got fast corners. Ada banyak benda yang boleh kirakan agak susah untuk dapatkan.
Dia complete, Max. Dia perfect combination of everything.
Yeah.
Dia ada a long straight, quite fast straight yang 230 something tadi. That quite a fast area. Untuk kereta macam ni pun 200 something. Yeah. It's really fast.
Yeah.
So dia ada a very tight hairpin.
Yeah.
Dia ada a very yang before the last sector yang masuk macam ni the left hander lepas tu left hander lagi. That is not easy, Max. I drive this car. I drive this car and that is the worst part.
Yeah.
And dekat part tu yang paling banyak buang masa sebenarnya. And then untuk track ni sebenarnya bagi kereta apa pun it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's easy to drive.
Yeah.
It's easy to drive. But to get that time.
Yeah, absolutely. Boleh dikirakan track yang if you want to go 90% to fastest time, you can get there quite easily, but that last 10%, oh boy.
Nak dapat perfect pitch.
Yes.
That perfect pitch, it's, oh my God.
Absolutely. I think Ayman Haziq there doing a nice little tenor act there. But absolutely fantastic car fantastic drive indeed, and in a fantastic car. This is the car that we're going to be running for the series. It's going to be a one-make race, so everyone gets the same car, and it's going to be all down to the drivers as to A, how they can set the car up to suit their driving style, and B, well, at the end of the day, no matter what the technical limitations are, they have to drive the wheels off this thing in order to win this championship and this prize. This is, of course, the Proton X50 touring car, full on with the TCR aero kit, turbocharged engine, sophisticated electronics to keep the car on the track, and a lot of performance and a lot of potential.
Well, Max, I'm being honest with myself, Max. The X50, the actual X50, it's good.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Tapi dengan yang ni, someone told us that this is dah macam hot hatch. And it's really, really, really good. Aku just, first day aku dapat kereta dia, I was like, oh man, this car is damn good. It's really hot.
Yeah.
And then the feels of the car, rasa fizik kereta tu. Aku cakap last week pun aku cakap benda yang sama. It's not easy to drive this car.
Absolutely. This is one of those cars where it's easy to get into but hard to really truly master. And I think it's going to be great grounding for when they go out and drive the real life race cars. To drive something that's just a little bit difficult, a little bit hard. You got to think technically to drive the car and really drive the car with very good with a very good grounding and technique.
Aku suka idea kereta ni yang mana dia sama macam basic driving TCR lain.
Yeah.
Which is kalau kau boleh buang belakang and then you can do a lot better job lah. Tapi most of the time when we try to buang belakang, we got the understeer.
Yes.
That is the main problem. It's not easy to buang belakang with this car.
Yeah.
This is not Saga. Saga macam mudah sikit untuk kau buang belakang, but then lift off oversteer is a thing. Tapi untuk kereta ni dia tak ada lift off oversteer.
Yeah.
The problem with this car is actually a lot of understeering.
Yeah. If you're really not careful, it's going to be very easy to wash out wide. And when you're washing out wide with the front tires, you come off the track a little bit, especially as the first round is in Paris. So there's not a lot of runoff for you to save yourself as you come across the line there. So absolutely fantastic stuff there. Special thanks to Hypo for the original mod, Kam for the X50 Proton facelift from the original Chinese model there, and of course a special thanks to Gojira Speed Shop for all of the handling and physics related modifications there. Really nice job from the team there. Great work. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the 20 drivers that have qualified, and my oh my do we have some fantastic drivers out there. We have our fastest qualifier, Ayman Haziq, 132.845. Unbelievable stuff. They're one of only 2 drivers who were able to get into the 132s there. He's the fastest qualifier there, a member of Blue Steel Racing. Kamal Ali is in second place. The only other driver in the 132s, 132.935. Ryan Lim, 133.098. Another dark horse for the championship, I'm sure. And Wikit Low, always fast in whatever sim, whatever car, anytime, any place. Really quick driver there. Of course, we have Gaskun. Muazzam Zairi is in 5th place there, 133.218. Saya rasa dia pun ada chance juga mungkin pada kali ini.
Sebab last kita tengok TCR drive yang dia masa dekat iRacing, he do a lot of great job actually.
Yeah.
Cuma well, it's really unfortunate for him, but untuk series ni dekat AC, this is his home turf.
Ya, ni dia boleh kira dia punya makan sarapan pagi.
Sarapan pagi ya. And then on the 6th place kita ada Jasmine Tan dengan catatan masa 1 minit 33.619 saat. Well, 133 sampai 15.
Ya, dari tempat ke-3 sampai tempat ke-15.
Ui. Jauh.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, we have some other drivers there. Eddie Liu is there in 9th place, 133.667. Real life racing driver. And it's great that he's on board there. Asidik is also there. Nicholas Tan, Ikwan, SM Fauzi, Hisham Ahmad, Jet Seju, Jerry Lay, William Wong. Amir Haziq also managing to get in. Of course, we have Jasper Wong there. And Hazmi Hamidun is, of course, our good
Master
friend,
Seth.
Master Seth. So, Master Seth dengan Gaskun, akan kita ada tak Master Seth versus Gaskun?
Mungkin lah. Master Seth dia macam orang kata dark horse bukan? Macam dalam diam berisi tu.
Yeah.
Tiba-tiba nombor 3 je lagi.
Ya, dia selalu bukan laju dekat hot lap, tetapi masa dia dalam race kan,
Tiba-tiba
somehow he just manages to climb up the field very quietly. He's got
I
that
like
Daniel
that.
Ricciardo way of just suddenly being in 4th all of a sudden. So brilliant stuff indeed. Meanwhile, we do actually have the guys on Discord. Let's have a look and see who is on Discord right now. And so we do in fact have Kamal Ali and Ayman Haziq there. Let's have a see if we can have a chat with Ayman Haziq. Ayman, can you hear us? Hey, so congratulations there. A brilliant lap time there, 132.845. Can you give us any thoughts as to, it must have been a really difficult lap time to try and pull out of the Proton?
Yeah, I mean, like, I can consistently do 32.9, 32.8. I did twice, I think. Actually, yeah.
Wow, that was unbelievable stuff. That we saw that that replay. Yeah, twice. I think he saw Kamal Ali coming into the 132s and he thought, hey, he better get a move on.
You guys are so scary, bro. I know you love TCR lah. But
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't love TCR.
He just happens to be quick in them.
Yeah. No, I don't love TCR, but I can drive very good in it.
Well, there you go. I mean, speaking of TCR, you've had a little bit of experience with them. How do you rank the Proton X50 as a TCR car? What do you think?
I'm not sure because I never really drove other TCR cars in Astro Corsa, and I think this car has more power than a usual TCR car, I think. I'm not sure how many horsepower does this car have? 400?
Yeah, it should have 380 at the
80
crank.
something, yeah.
So about 350 at the tires.
I see. I mean, the car drives pretty neutral in my opinion, so it's quite a good car.
Yeah.
Just I can only compare because I never drove the TCR in AC, so
Yeah.
in iRacing yes, and in race room yes, but not in AC.
So yeah, it's new.
But it's a very neutral car, I would say lah, very neutral, but quite understeady as any front-wheel drive car would be.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Understeer is a perk.
Was it a
Yeah,
feature or
discuss,
not
yeah.
about?
Yeah, this is a new feature that we are giving to everybody. It's like, what is the latest feature for this car? Oh, understeer. That's how it sounds like.
So what do you think is going to be the hardest thing to master on these cars as we go into the races?
Quite tough to say. I think probably just the braking, because it's so easy to understeer during brake in this car. So you have to be careful with the braking in this car, or else because if you brake just a little bit too much, you will understeer so much in this car.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Especially like in the later of the race, your tire wear go higher at the front.
Yeah.
Because this car being front-wheel drive, so you have to maintain the pace while having tire wear. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting as well, because we have that 90-minute endurance final. So that, I guess, is going to be the hardest thing for that, is actually the tire wear.
It's not fuel problem. The tire wear going to be a big problem.
So that's going to be interesting. And of course, I have to ask, Aima, what do you think your chances are of getting into the top 2 and getting that drive?
I'm not sure either. Because the thing is, round 1, I'm not sure whether I can participate or not, because I have like other races and MSF some more. So it's quite like I might miss round 1, but I don't know yet.
Well, all right. Thanks for joining us, anyways, and we'll definitely enjoy watching you drive around in any of the races you can get into. But good luck at the MSF. By the way,
thank you. But yeah, we try to join and win a lot if can.
we might see Ayman bring out his sim racing rig, park it next to his real race car.
That is possible, bro. Don't worry.
Double duty. So congratulations again for being the fastest qualifier, and good luck in all your racing endeavors, Ayman.
All right, thank you.
Awesome stuff. And I believe we do have Kamal Ali in the studio as well, the only other driver in the 132s. So Kamal, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Hello, guys.
Yeah, hello.
Brilliant stuff there. By the way, we were actually live when you did that 132.9. How hard was it?
Yeah. How hard was it? Well, it really depends on how you set up the car, actually. Because at the time I was trying to make the car rotate rather than not rotate.
Yeah.
So in the process I made it too oversteery.
Yeah, we could see that. I mean, you had some fantastic car control skills to keep that thing on the road while you went for that lap time there. It must have been tricky, yeah?
Are you trying for drift tandem?
Ben, are you sure about that? No.
But
yeah, I try to make sure the tail of the car doesn't go out, but yeah, this car, if you try, it's really hard because, as a lot of people say, it understeers. So yeah, you want to make the car throw its back, but at the same time it will kill you if you do it too much.
Sebab dia punya understeer tu macam menakutkan tau.
Betul.
Itulah pasal.
Because before last invitational round, aku bawa aku punya VR datang sini, so we try before, right? So kita macam try. Then I was like, wow, where's the brake of this car? How to turn this car? When to brake and how to turn? Because you need to brake like very, very crucial though. Especially with the stock setup. Yeah. It's really crucial you brake at the right time, right position, or else kau memang macam bye corner. I'm going straight. That happened a lot, right?
See it passing by. Corner kat situ rupanya.
Yeah, because kita nampak benda tu happen a lot dalam invitational race kita hari tu. So kita tahu keadaan tu akan berlaku. And it is really depends on how kita set up kita punya kereta, macam Kamal cakap tadi. So Kamal choose to buang sikit belakang macam tu
Kau bukan buang sikit, buang banyak.
Try tandem apa?
Tiba-tiba boleh tandem, bro.
Ni sekejap lagi kita kena hantar pergi event Abang Jai nanti.
Bawa X50
Tahu kita tak boleh drift.
but tapi 132.9. Okay. Be honest, berapa lap?
Berapa lap in total? Semata nak dapat that 32.9. Hundreds of lap, to be honest. Kalau ikut apa server, lagipun kita practice memang that much, apa yang korang see at live timing tu, itulah the amount of laps kita practice sebenarnya. Pasal itu je masa kita lewat. Kalau tak busy raya brother. Practice tak ada.
So mungkin ada tadi chance nak jadi fastest qualifier, just the open house weight slow you down a bit.
Tak mungkin itu pun kalau 30 tu rasanya tu nasib ke.
Jadi kalau tak ada open house ni macam laju lagi lah. Sebab dia kurang berat.
Yeah. It's only 1/10 of a second.
Yeah. Well, macam Kamal cakap tadi, so dia try hundreds of laps guys. Hundreds of laps lah. This is my own experience driving in Yokoyama. One day 50 laps. Per day. I do that for 1 week.
Yeah. I've been there as well in iRacing.
I was like, okay, this is the track that I'm confident with right now. But only with that car.
Oh yeah, I was doing Okayama and the MX-5.
Same here.
Couple of years back now, when I was just getting back into it, and I was fed up with the MX-5 and the track by the time I actually did the race.
Going back to Okayama with this X50.
Totally different.
It's like a different level of race. I was like, wow. What? I don't know how to react with that.
No words can describe it. Of course, before we let you go and carry on, because we do have a track day later on. In fact, the cars are actually out on track there practicing in Paris. Before you head out there, what do you think is going to be the most difficult part of the first round here around the streets of Paris?
It's a street circuit, and by entering the circuit, I see that the pit lanes are going to be similar to back in the old days.
Oh yes.
Yes, so that's going to be an issue. 100%, it's an issue. So if you're going to pit, better pray that nobody's going to die.
The pit entry and the pit exit is like
just there.
It's like a scene in a horror movie. Don't worry.
People back then survived, so I think we'll be fine.
People back then survived, bro.
You'd be glad to know that for the race itself, I think the cars should be able to complete the race
entirely.
Without pit stop.
It probably could.
Unless
right off the bat.
Unless you do something bad in the middle of the race.
Well, yeah, that's always a possibility.
I don't know about macam Paris punya condition, because kalau track temperature dia tak berapa tinggi, so we can have a full on race. Tapi kalau track temperature on that day is actually higher, so we might need to go back to change our tires. Sebab issue dengan tire wear yang tinggi kalau panas, dan grip depan dah confirm tak ada.
Ya, betul.
This is the front wheel drive tau.
Yeah.
Kalau grip depan tak ada, kalau kau buang, kira macam kau memang straight, tak boleh gimana dah.
Itu boleh kira one issue. The fact that the tire, if you overheat the tires, you might actually need to have to go for a pit stop, which is quite difficult around this track because it doesn't really have a pit lane. But the other issue is if the track temperature is too cold on the day.
Oh yeah.
Because that would really exacerbate the handling issues that the driver is going to experience, and it's going to be the same for whatever car you're driving around a street circuit. If it's a little bit too cold, then it's going to be hard to get the tires up to temperature. It's hard to get the confidence in.
So this is where setups come from lah. Yeah. Macam orang kata, kita tahu setup dari segi dia punya dampening, dia punya camber, dia punya toe, and then dia punya tire pressure. Sebab benda yang tu kalau dalam keadaan cuaca, itu yang memainkan peranan yang paling penting lah.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be very, very critical indeed. But in any case, thank you so much to Ahmad Haziq and to Kamal Ali for joining us in the studio there. And it's been nice to chat to you guys there. Can we see if
we have another one. We have Gaskun.
Gaskun, Muazzam.
Ya, bos.
Ya. Apa khabar Muazzam? Dapat juga 133.2.
Laju-laju nak gimana ni bang? Ni soalan ni tau.
Ajam habis.
Risau So okay, Paris dah practice lah ke baru masuk? Belum. Baru first time aku pun tak pernah masuk Paris sebenarnya. Jadi kena test juga drive macam mana kat Paris kan. Sebab kita tak pernah masuk lagi Paris. So how was Paris?
Oh, just be careful. There's too many barrier.
Yeah.
Dia macam Barcelona dari tu.
Yelah, dia macam
Ini sesuai lah. Asal aku rasa macam GT2 punya track ah.
It's a track that first made its appearance in Race Driver Grid.
Oh.
Tapi it's based on the actual layout of the streets of Paris. So kita pun boleh nampak Muazzam tadi tu pun tengah test sikit. Muazzam, kau rasa apa yang akan jadi benda yang paling susah dekat track ni?
Benda yang jadi paling susah
Kau punya pit you.
avoid the curb at all cost.
Oh, curb jadi benda bahaya.
Kereta ni tak boleh makan curb kat track ni
Jangan macam-macam.
Oh, jangan macam-macam bahaya punya.
Dia kena diet.
Dia kena diet lah. So, kalau belum puasa itu main tak apa ni, dah raya ni.
Tapi betul, serius. Avoid curb. Kereta ni dah lah tak boleh kona. Masuk curb lagi tak boleh kona.
Yeah, that makes sense. The only way aku rasa macam Kamal cakap tadi, the only way is try to buang belakang. Set up je supaya dapat buang belakang. But then you lose a lot of time kalau kau buat silap on that particular setup. Dia macam it's really risky on that setup. Sebab dia rasa dia akan jadi macam Myvi yang kita pernah race, Myvi tu punya setup.
Yeah.
And then we know that Myvi Gascon pun race juga untuk Myvi dekat Barcelona hari tu. And this track is actually from the same game and from the almost like the same layout.
Yeah.
And then almost the same feeling.
Yeah, from the same models.
Yeah, from the same models also.
Yeah.
So mungkin kereta pun dua-dua tarik depan. Dua-dua pun overpowered.
Yeah.
So aku rasa macam Gascon dia mungkin ada pengalaman lah untuk bawa kereta jenis macam ni untuk track yang macam ni lah. So risau lah.
Risau tu adalah juga. Jangan dirisaukan. Takkan risau tu.
Kalau terlalu nervous nanti jadi susah.
Nak kena spend banyak masa sebab track ni terlalu teknikal. Untuk saya lah, sebab saya tak suka sangat track yang in city ni, sebab kiri kanan ada barrier, run off area pun tak ada kan. So nak kena banyak spend time masa dengan kereta ni, manja-manja kan dia cari setup lah.
So kau rasa macam dari segi orang kata dari segi untuk driving teknik dekat track ni, pada pendapat kau bawa smooth and slow ke kau nak macam do a bit aggressive so that mungkin dengan aggressive punya teknik kau boleh dapat lebih baik punya performance ke macam mana ke?
Part of the track memang aku sebenarnya lagi suka smooth driving, tapi sebabkan track ni part of the track tu memang kena smooth. Kalau aggressive memang lose time, kita akan lose speed. Tapi part of the track memang setakat ni yang aku jumpa memang kena agresif. Kalau tak agresif memang dia tak nak turn.
Itu akan jadi masalah juga unless you have your own handbrake. Handbrake kena be a good assist lah.
Ya.
Betul. Tapi ini baru berapa lap? Ni baru 8 lap. Mungkin part-part yang kena agresif tu mungkin tak jumpa lagi. Kalau jumpa mungkin boleh smoothkan dia kat situ.
Betul lah, that makes sense juga. I mean like kalau macam aku cakap tadi, handbrake, because kita tahu kereta yang understeer, kalau kita ada handbrake kita boleh engage handbrake a bit, sikit je, so that kereta tu macam buang awal. So kita boleh masuk dan tak understeer sangat. And that is actually a technique that have been used in TCR race.
Yeah, so TCR tu asalnya dia pakai handbrake ni. They have the handbrake there to assist in starting the car in the race, but the drivers have found that occasionally at certain corners when no one's looking, you can tap the handbrake just a little bit untuk tukar brake bias sikit.
Betul.
Just to get the back end to slide.
Ya, betul. Sebab dia tak all the time pakai brake bias belakang.
Betul.
Or else kereta tu akan slide all the time pun tak boleh juga kan. Yes, kita nak race, kita nak a very smooth race lah. Tapi nampak gaya track ni macam sempit Gascon
Oh, sempit lagi dekat last corner tu kan, tiba-tiba ada broadcast band pula, memang solo.
Risau tengok tiba ada broadcast band dekat situ Nasib baik itu di consider as a pit lane tau. Kalau tak dilanggar
Ya.
Kena, langgar kena.
Bukan pit lane lah kan?
Kena.
Kau
try juga tadi.
Serius
lah? Kan? Broadcast band, try lah. Sekali langgar hancur kereta.
Alamak.
Oh my god, aku ingatkan pit lane.
Ya, sebab biasanya pit lane akan detect as a ghosting area, tapi aku rasa dekat track ni mungkin ada glitch kot.
Wait.
Baru bincang pasal glitch. William Ho, the spin.
Basically William Wong
William Ho.
William Ho.
Yeah.
Is it?
William Wong to Ho.
William
Let me check.
William Wong lah.
William Wong.
Yeah. Basically William Wong tadi nampak gaya dia macam dapat buang tayar belakang tau. Badan dia tak boleh catch balik. Dia uncatchable drift. Uncuttable drift.
Uncuttable drift. Aduh.
But overall aku rasa Gaskun will have a very good time dekat sini lah.
Yeah.
Belum lagi, jangan cakap tu.
Jangan cakap. Ni belum
Kamal lali kat atas.
tak weh. Ni belum race dah berapa low ni. Kalau dah race ni lencun weh.
Dah race nak kena pasang aircon 3
Tapi tak apa, kejap lagi aku nak masuk juga nak test track ni lah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay.
Apa cakap good luck.
Good luck tu.
Cara dia cakap tu. Aduh.
Good luck. Tak apa, kau tunggu dia potong tau. Oh my god.
So there you go. That is the track here. Interesting features of the track. There is a tunnel section which narrows down dramatically right coming out of it there. There's also a lot of elevation change, which you don't see very often in a street track. You do see it in places like Monaco, but very rarely anywhere else. The other thing as well is this track changes in width quite a bit as they go through their racing.
Max, the pit lane, Max. Oh my god. The pit lane is like a nightmare, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the other unique challenge with this particular track, because it has no native pit lane. The drivers have lined
It was
themselves
like
on the
literally
side of
the parking spot. It was
Yeah.
like, this is the parking spot for my car, so don't ram my car over, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they'll be given special instructions once we get into the racing itself. And during the course of the race, of course, they'll only need to avoid the broadcast fan,
Yeah.
which thankfully stays in location for the majority of the race there. But it's just yet another thing they have to think about. The track is quite wide in some places, very narrow in other places as well. So this is really going to challenge their ability to drive around here. Learning the track, I think, is going to be critical.
Ya, betul Max. Cara pemanduan pun memainkan peranan juga. Macam Gaskun cakap tadi kan, ada part yang memang kena agresif so that kereta ni boleh turn. But I do agree lah, sebab kalau tak agresif kereta ni tak turn. But too aggressive also this car won't turn.
You'll turn too much.
That car uncuttable drift semua.
Uncuttable drift.
Oh tapi tadi aku perasan yang masa William Wong dia macam terbuang sikit belakang when he do that fishtail kind of things. Masa tu dia macam terlift off sikit tau.
Yeah.
So that is the reason why dia tak boleh nak dapat nak tangkap dia punya fishtail tadi tu.
Yeah, there you can see here the tunnel. One of the tunnel sections here. The first tunnel section, you have that dog leg to the left-hand side, so you really have to avoid that barrier, but you want to be close to it. Here, the same as well. You want to straight line it, and you have to hit the brakes just before you turn into this right-hander. I think there's going to be quite a few interesting little incidents.
Yeah. Ini tak race, Mac. Kalau race, kita nampak dia punya susah untuk dia orang ambil corner, especially when they are side by side.
Yeah.
And untuk track ni dia tak banyak overtaking punya spot tau. Like, it's really hard to overtake dekat track ni unless kau boleh dapat betul-betul spot yang this is a really tight spot yang kau boleh ambil so that orang lain tak boleh masuk that spot.
Yeah.
That is the only way untuk basically you have to do an aggressive overtaking punya style maneuver lah.
Yeah.
Macam dekat race-race seperti macam dekat Monaco punya style ataupun dekat Long Beach.
Yeah.
Dia memang macam tu punya style lah.
Yeah. Dan aku rasa pun juga dekat track ni kita boleh kira one of the famous Malaysian races. I think a lot of drivers might be in some surprising positions because of the phenomena of kutip sayur.
Yeah, kutip sayur. Kutip sayur gonna be a thing in this track, bro.
Yeah.
Satu lagi dia tak ada run off tau. So every single mistake is basically you will hit the barrier. I mean like barrier is here, barrier is there. Adalah a bit curb and then barrier again. Curb dia tak muat satu kereta pun tau. Dia punya run off depan tu.
Dia just bagi belanja sikit je.
Yeah. Okay, you boleh makan sikit sini. That is the only things lah.
Yeah.
It's not really it's not really an easy track, but it is a really good track.
Yeah, really good track. A beautiful setting there. Accurately depicts the streets of Paris. There are beautiful buildings in the background. And just a wonderful photogenic place to hold round one of the championship there. So fantastic stuff indeed. It is a little bit of a boleh dikirakan unconventional track. Put my teeth in.
Unconventional track.
Yes.
Track yang tidak berapa conventional.
Something like that.
What is conventional in Malay?
Convensi.
No, it's not a thing, Max. No.
Kebiasaan.
Konvensi, kebiasaan, conventional. Kebiasaan. Kebiasaan, okay lah. Kebiasaan make sense lah.
Yeah. Absolutely. The pit lane being literally just a lane on the side of the track is one thing. Very old school touch to this track. It is, of course, a virtual track. We wouldn't do that in a real life race setting. But apart from that, a very beautiful, photogenic and dangerous track.
Okay, well, beautiful is good. Photogenic is really good. Dangerous is not that good.
The last word makes it a little bit tricky.
It's like, this is my happy nightmare.
It's a happy nightmare.
That sounds just right.
I think we need to put that onto a t-shirt.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that, Max. So
Buddhist motivational quote. This is a happy nightmare.
yeah, it's very wow. The scenery is really good. You can see the Eiffel Towers from here. You can see the street of Paris from here. But then this track is just a nightmare. It's too dangerous.
Absolutely, you can see there right on track.
So we have Master Seth. Master Seth baru sampai, Max. Dia baru masuk. Sebab server kita pun baru buka pukul 10 tadi sebenarnya. So kita akan membuka server ni kalau tak salah sampai hari Jumaat server ni. Mungkin.
Yeah, I think there will be a practice server.
Practice server, yeah. Usually kita ada practice server untuk beberapa hari. Uish. Tengok dalam practice pun dia orang garang, Max.
Yeah.
This is how competitive they are. Gila. Dia punya ram pam 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 ram pam pam pam. Oh tu.
Yeah.
Api pam 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 pam. Oh lama.
Itu dia. The trademark of any turbo car from Gojira Speed Shop, it always must have anti-lag. Itu dah kira peraturan dia dah sekarang. Must have anti-lag.
Dia punya SOP.
Yeah, absolutely. We also saw Eddie Liu out there taking a few laps. I wonder what he thinks about this track. I know what I think about this track. Crazy. But absolutely wonderful to actually see Eddie Liu out there giving it a go. It's nice to have guys from real world of motorsports come in and challenge the sim racers as well.
Max, it's really good, Max. You don't have that much time to drive in. I mean, like in Paris.
Yeah.
Some more racing dekat Paris.
Yeah.
You can't do that in real life.
Absolutely not.
But you can do it here.
Yeah, even the Paris E-Prix race is on a track much smaller than this. I think this is almost 5 kilometers long.
Oh,
in terms of length.
panjang gila.
Yeah, memang panjang. And it's also another track that's similar to Sebring. It's actually mixed surface. So you have tarmac, but you also have the cobblestone sections, which might have a little bit of different feel to it. So that could catch people out. You might try the same trick on tarmac to turn the car in. On cobbles, you might get the car too sideways.
Either it might get the cars too sideways or the car won't turn at all.
Yep. Whoa, Master Seth trying to go. Ooh, that's a big impact onto the wall.
I know he's
there.
going for a drift.
Yeah, I think he just went for that lift-off oversteer. The trick with exiting the tunnel is to keep onto the throttle, lift off to about 50% and get back onto the brakes.
We just talked about that just now. What happened to William Wong?
Yeah. So it is perhaps one of the hardest parts of this track is the exit to the second tunnel. Really tricky there. You have the barrier that comes up very quickly towards you. And having driven this track briefly before, the real trick is you've just got to anticipate that and make sure the car's set up so that you can either be on the brakes or on the throttle when the car has that moment of oversteer. Let's have a look and see if Gaskun here, Muazzam Zairi, coming down through the tunnels there, can you go through this first section again? You have to be absolutely flat out through there. If you panic and lift off, you're going to slide the car. Now coming out of here, again, very, very important to keep the car in a straight line. You can see he's on the throttle through the first apex, then hits the brakes on the second apex. You can't really do much lift-off coasting in this car when you're trying to make these high-speed maneuvers.
Ya, Max. Lagi satu, dia punya different of elevation membuatkan benda tu happen.
Ya, dia
Jadi,
uphill kick.
dia macam pop.
Ya.
Betul lah. Dia memang cuba langgar lah.
Testing.
Dia testing lah, betul lah.
Ya.
Itu contoh.
Itu contoh okay.
Ya, so itu boleh dikirakan unique challenge dekat track ni. Kita kena elakkan broadcast van.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be a big challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
By any chance kalau broadcast band tu boleh letak depan tak apa?
Tu lah.
Kan dia duduk kat pit paling belakang tu.
Itulah. Itu yang merisaukan sikit.
20 orang lagi kan.
So there you have it. That's been a quick look at Paris there. Fantastic racing all round from all of the drivers there to get themselves into the top 24. The finals, the last 4 races, that's going to determine who is going to get that drive in the Neves 7 race car. We're at round 1 here this Sunday in Paris, France. This is going to be on the, I believe, 6th of June. 5th of June. Sorry, I do apologize. It's going to be on the 5th of June. Round 1 starts at 9:30. The broadcast will start, and we'll be in the wonderful city of lights, Paris, France, for the first round of the championship. This is going to be so exciting, watching these cars drive through there. Of course, a few unique quirks, as they do. I mean, Paris is a city full of quirks, and the racetrack has some really interesting quirks as well. So this is going to be interesting to see how these guys handle these conditions.
Well, Max, X50 akan cuba menggegarkan Paris pada hari Ahad ini.
Absolutely. Now, before we go, I believe we did have an onboard lap with Rizal. No, we did not. We'll try and get that to you this Sunday for the pre-race show, because it's a fantastic lap. I think he probably did one of his best laps yet for us, but we'll try and get that back to you for the next round. But that's going to be it from us. Of course, we would like to thank our sponsors, EXN, the lubricant specialists there with the Care Plus series. You can take their motorsports derived technology and put it to good use on your personal road car indeed. EXN is a region-wide player, international player operating in 10 different countries, 10 different markets, with technology from the USA. It's such a well-renowned lubricant brand that GR Speed Tsuchimuchi use it as their official lubricants partner. So EXN, definitely our choice there for lubrication there. So special thanks to EXN, the lubricant expert, for supporting us in this series, and also a special thanks to Works Engineering. Of course, with the Proton X50, they've come out with a whole line of X50 specific tuning parts. So if you want to bring your Proton X50, your personal Proton X50 to the next level, head on over down to Works Engineering, check out their website, check out their social media. They've got a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Aku dah nampak muka orang yang tersenyum bila dengar X50 official tuning parts.
Yes.
X50 is fast.
Yeah.
I can make it faster.
Oh yeah. So a whole bunch of stuff. Kalau silap dia ada exhaust system intake.
Oh, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some serious parts there from Works Engineering. And of course, we at Interformula, again changing my hats, at Interformula we use their fuel pressure regulators almost exclusively all throughout. And that's not a paid endorsement. We've just been using that particular part. So it's great to have them on board. And what can you say? Proper quality and proper motorsport breeding with their parts there. Special thanks to GK and DSF, Drive Safe and Fast, for supporting us as media partners. And of course, special thanks to all the guys at Adrenaline Impact and Vertex Esports for running this show behind the scenes. So special thanks to all of our partners. But that's going to be it for us here in the wonderful city of lights, Paris. Do stay tuned this Sunday at 9:30 for round 1 of the EXN X50 series. But that's going to be it from us. And I can't wait, can I?
No, I wish tomorrow was the race, but no, it's going to be Ahad. So don't forget Ahad pukul 9. Jangan lupa pada Ahad pukul 9.30 malam perlombaan yang pertama. Tulis siap-siap Mak dalam kalender kuda Mak.
Letak dekat kalenderku. kuda, letak kat Google Calendar kalau ada.
Semua yang
letak
boleh.
ke semua.
Letak.
Yeah, of course. So that's going to be it from myself, Max Palmer, and Encik Budi, and special thanks to our director and Umar Aziz, who helped out so well with Spartanker and getting him up to speed driving the car around the track there. And of course, special thanks to our producer Kara Alang and all the guys here. We will see you all in the next stream. Bye for now. Ta-ra.
EXN presents. We're established in 2015, headquartered in Malaysia with US technology. We have been expanding to over 10 global markets and will expand for more. We keep on learning, emphasizing on self-improvement, and yet never stop to innovate and evolve. Let's begin with the new era. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. EXN's new logo, the lubricant expert. Endurance and Neoteric. A combination of shield and falcon to protect your car engine at the fastest speed. EXN, the lubricant expert.
So siapa yang belum subscribe Galeri Kereta, boleh klik button kat bawah subscribe Dan kita jumpa lagi di next episode untuk kita apa lagi proses untuk KA30 ni. Okay, see you. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.